All right, everybody, Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the call today. This is our first group coaching call with Listings to Leads. And in this call, we're going to literally get it done for the training calendar that we've got for Listings to Leads clients. You get more information about that at listingstoleads.com/250. And so in this series of calls, especially if you're watching the recording, this is a little bit different because this is not a normal training call where I'm going to walk you through how to do things. We are literally going to actually do it. And the expectation is that you have read the associated information relating to today's call. Every day we'll have a different call, and every day we do have a write-up. We've even got a video that you can watch if you want to, but it is highly recommended, i.e. required for best use of this call, this video, that you actually read through the information, which I'll show you in a minute if you haven't read it yet, and then come back to this video so that as we are going through and as we're doing this, it'll make a lot more sense to you. And instead of ending the call with a series of questions and a list of to-dos, you're pretty much done with most of it. And you're going to have a few things to do at the end of this call, some of the best things actually, and you'll see why here in a minute. So let me go ahead and close out the slide here. Let's go to listingstoleads.com. And if you're not a client, go ahead and sign up for a free trial, because everything I'm going to be talking about today, you can actually do during a free trial and hopefully get some amazing leads, listing appointments, and buyers before you even go to a paid account. If you are a client, go ahead and log into Listings to Leads, and you will end up on the dashboard. So you'll end up right here on the dashboard. And to get to the write-ups that you should read before this video, before watching the rest of this video, if you're watching on YouTube, or for our live sessions going forward, in the dropdown where it says move to section playbooks, I've actually got it at the top of my list right here. And so today we're going to be covering active listing marketing. So that's going to include everything from coming soon, just listed, active, and open house, yours or borrowed. And every week you've got to be marketing listing yours or borrowed that is active, again, coming soon, just listed, active, or forced open house, because this is the core, this is the baseline marketing for a real estate agent in this industry. Every single week, buyers, you're going to attract buyers, but you're also going to attract, especially top of funnel seller lead, but also seller leads that need to sell at some point soon as well. So marketing a listing is absolutely the keystone. It is a keystone of real estate marketing. So with that said, if you haven't, again, the write-ups are under, go playbooks, hit the drop-down menu. And if it is for a coming soon, just listed, or active listing, you got the write-up and recorded webinar here. So again, before this call, before continuing on with this video, I want you to read this. I don't want you to spend 3 hours reading it. Just go through it in about 10, 15 minutes and come back to this video, because it will make a lot more sense to you. As I am going through these activities, there are some scripts in here for a few of the tools which I'll refer to. There are some details. This is as if you and I were sitting next to each other in your training room, in your kitchen, at a cafe, and I'm walking you through how to do all of this as if we were best friends. And I want to make sure that you absolutely succeed. So it's not a ton. And then at the bottom here, there is a video, which you can watch, but at least read through that text. And if this week you're doing an open house, which I always recommend, hit the drop down for the open house listings here. And again, you got the write-up and recorded webinar. I will click learn more. And here we got the same thing, but now it's for an open house. Now in this call, I'm going to walk through an open house, but keep in mind what you would do for a coming soon, a just listed, or active listing will be pretty much the same, but there's a few different little twists for the open house, which I will walk through. But so this video is for everyone that has a coming soon, just listed, active, or open house listing, yours or borrowed, that you're going to market this week as the keystone marketing for your business. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a PDF guide for sellers. On Wednesday, we're going to be marketing a pending or sold listing, again, ours or borrowed. Thursday, I believe we're doing, might be FISBOs. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then Friday, we're going to be doing short form videos. And if you haven't seen Dustin Fox's post in the mastermind group, 10x his down payment assistance leads. He tried a number of our different scripts, and he was getting either twice as many leads for half the cost on one, 10 times the number of leads in another one, and had amazing results with even a third script that he was using. So the short form video scripts in listings to leads are absolutely amazing, and you're not going to want to miss that call at all. So let's go back into listings to leads here. I'm going to go ahead and click on listings. And again, as I mentioned, I'm going to be walking through an open house, but everything I do for this open house would be pretty much the same thing as a coming soon, just listed, or active listing. It's just the term, the status is going to change, obviously. So I've got my listing here. If you need help getting the listing into your account or setting an open house, get with our amazing support team. Go ahead and click on the green market listing button. You can add your professional photos. You got your 3D tours. You've got property videos. All of that can be added here. You're going to see here, we've got a column in the white section here, and we're just going to essentially work our way down this. You'll notice also even here, we got the write-up and recorded webinar. So again, I've got access to that detailed write-up I referred to a little bit ago. And before we get started, download the playbook checklist. Click the green download button. This will have everything you need to do for this listing, yours or borrowed. You'll see it just popped up right there. Here's the checklist. And the reason you want to print this up. Now, don't not do this. Please print this up and put it next to your computer and leave it there until you are done with everything on this checklist. Okay. That's going to help really make sure that you get done with this, because it's not about watching a video. It's not about getting it. It's about doing it. And that's what we're going to do here. So this checklist, just as you're going through what we're doing today, just start checking this off. And then that way it's going to sit there and it's not going to let you forget about getting it done. Again, it's not about watching a video. It's not about feeling good about yourself. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about getting it done. So with that said, let's just hop to it. And the first thing on this list is Facebook and Instagram ad. And for any listing that is for sale, so all the way from coming soon, just listed, active, open house, it's going to work very similar. We got location pre-filled. We're going to do an automatic radius because of the special housing ad category of 15 miles. We're going to default to a lifetime budget. We can change it to daily. We're going to default to $35 so that you can change it to whatever you want. We got people spending over $100 a week, right? $100 a week. You can see the start and end date is for 1 week. Again, completely editable. All of this text is editable. Although I always tell people, if you're new to listings to leads, leave the default text for maybe the first few weeks or months. Get a baseline, because these ads perform at a great cost per lead. They really do. For an open house, you're looking at anywhere from $2 to $5 typically, name, email, phone number, and purchase time frame. You can edit the image here. Again, I could throw in a video if I had a video to put here. So there's a lot of really cool things we can do. We got advanced options, which you don't need to worry about. You can do retargeting, which for buyer ads, we don't mess with. We say retargeting for our seller lead ads. So here we go. We just got a Facebook lead ad. Name, email, phone number, and purchase time frame will be gathered. And 100% of the ad budget went to that ad. We don't take anything off the top like some other vendors I know in the marketplace. Let me go ahead and click on the view for a previous ad I did so you can see how this is going to work. So people are going to, let's let this come up on Facebook. Let me click the blue show ad button. And you can always do this in your account as well. It can take like 10 to 15 minutes for that ad to be ready to view. That's why I clicked on a previous ad that I did. And you'll see here, open house in Granite Bay. They can click or text. So that'll appear there if you got our text service. They click the ad. what's your time frame to buy? I'm going to say 3 to 6 months. And even if they say just dreaming, that is totally fine because you've got them upstream far enough to where all you got to do is follow the listing to leads marketing and engagement checklist, like the one we just were looking at, and you're going to convert them at some point. So it's just a matter of getting enough leads in the system, doing the activities that we talk about in the system so that you're going to be like staying in front of and engaging these people. Some are going to pop sooner, some are going to pop medium, some are going to pop in the distant future. But if you've got a nice flow of leads coming in, you're going to get people engaging and converting at all different time frames. And that is the name of the game. The name of the game is not to generate 15 leads, freak out when they don't want to call you back. The name of the game is to generate hundreds of leads a week, which is easy to do with listings to leads. Follow our training, do the activities, and they are going to engage and they're going to convert. So here you can see I got name, email, and phone number. Click next, click submit, go to the single property website, you get the lead. It's a beautiful thing. So we got a Facebook and Instagram ad ready to go in about 30 seconds. It doesn't get much easier than that. Next up here is a social media post. This will automatically post to Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and your Google business page. If you need any help with this, just let us know. But again, if you've got your account setup done properly, just through our account setup wizard, you'll see here that these will post up to social media. We got different templates. So we got quite a few different templates available for you. Here's my open house landing page. This could have gone to the single property website, the full screen single property website, and then people click here. And again, from your regular post, people can like it, they can comment, they can share it, but they can also become a lead very easily. So you want to make sure that you've got all your social media accounts set up. And again, if you go through the detailed write-up, that is the required reading before we get on these calls together, you should have had all of that done. And again, if you have any questions on that, let our support team know. Now, this tool right here is a winner. If you are the listing agent, and you will see on the checklist here, so on the open house, on all of the playbook checklist, the one that we were looking a little bit earlier, notice there are a few things for listing agents only. Now, if you're borrowing the listing, don't let this dissuade you because all of the other things are going to generate a lot of great leads for you. But there are a few things that are for the listing agent only. And the social media post and the e-flyer to the seller are two of those things. Now, if you are the listing agent, you want to make sure that you use this tool at every single status. And all you have to do is click send a seller, drop in the seller's email address right here, put in the salutations like Dear Ian, and then the email address. If there's 2 emails, 2 people, that's not a problem. Just add them both. Send. So that's the seller social media. And next up is the e-flyer for the seller's sphere of influence. And that's really funny is actually, and this is not to completely keep name dropping the same person, but Dustin Fox, who just put that post in the mastermind group about the short form video scripts. I remember a couple of years back, even he told me, it was so funny. Dustin's been a client for a long time. And one time he came in the mastermind group and he said, I can't believe I've never used these tools for the seller because he goes, I got a listing from using them. He said, I didn't use these for a long time because I thought they were just not that useful or whatever. But his seller asked him for something to share. He remembered this tool in listings to leads, came in here, dropped the seller's name and email like I just showed you for both the social media post and the e-flyer, got it to a seller. His seller put it up on Facebook and, put it up on Facebook and shared the email with all of their friends. And he got a few buyers and I know at least one listing from it. Like, how awesome is that? Now, let me show you the email. I'm going to pop it out of my other monitor. I'm going to bring it over. And so here's a social media post that the seller will get. And so the part the seller will get will start with their name. In this case, Dear Ian and Lauren, doing a lot of great marketing for your home, but the more eyes on your home, the better. Please copy and paste to your Facebook page. And so the seller does, they come over here and they can see how beautiful it looks, right? Look how awesome this looks. Sellers absolutely love this. This allows them to really, what this does is it allows the seller to brag about you. And that's what we want, right? We want the seller also bragging about us. Later on, we're going to want them to give us a review, which is bragging about us. But how powerful is this going to be on your seller's page where we are promoting their property? And I've got a script for you in a minute that I'm going to share with you. It's on the detailed write-up page. So imagine this post being on your seller's Facebook page and all their friends seeing it, their friends liking it, their friends commenting on it, their friends clicking through, getting to the single property website, right? Looking at all of your great content here. Maybe they're planning to buy. Maybe they want their home value. Maybe they'd like to get access to your 100-point home marketing plan. Maybe they'd like to download a PDF guide. All of this is completely editable. All of this is customizable. And this engages like nothing else. Here we got your client reviews. So again, what an amazing way to get yourself and that property in front of more people. Same thing with the e-flyer here. Just click send to seller. Everything will auto-populate. You can also see here, when was the last time it was sent? So this was last sent to my seller on February 5th. Now this is a training account. These listings don't change statuses like yours will, but you want to make sure that at every status, the seller gets both of these, the social media posts, number one, and the e-flyer. So again, I'll click send to seller, click send. And the cool thing is it comes from your email address. And so here's now again, go to the detailed write-up, and I've got a script for you, which I'm going to role play right now. After I show you, here's the e-flyer that the seller can share with their friends. And again, whether you're doing a coming soon, a just listed, active, or open house, the banner will change, right? The format changes a little bit. And here that e-flyer, when the seller shares this with their friends, click on that, on the image or anywhere here, that same single property website, just like the Facebook post will pop up. And also notice that their friends have access to your home value landing page and your client review website. So getting these tools to the seller is critical. And again, if you click for the detailed write-up, that is the required reading for this video. I'm sure you've already seen the script for this, but essentially when you get the email, so when you send this to the seller, you will be CC'd. And that is your cue to call the seller up with this script in your own words. So essentially it's going to be, hey, Ian, this is Scott. Want to let you know we got the open house coming up this weekend. I'm doing a lot of great marketing. It's on Zillow. It's on Truly. It's on Realtor.com. It's on our company website. I just got a Facebook ad out. I got some other great marketing that's going out today, but I wanted to make sure that I got you something to put up on your Facebook page and also something for you to share via email, because in this changing market, you likely know people who know people wanting to buy in this neighborhood. Your neighborhood is very sought after. Your friends know how great your neighborhood is. And I am sure that somebody within your friend group knows someone looking to buy in this area. And again, in this changing market, I'm not going to leave any stone unturned. So if you have any questions about how to put that up on your Facebook page or how to share that via email, let me know and we can walk through that together. Does everybody see how powerful that is? That is so powerful. So I want to make sure you don't skip this. Don't be like Dustin Fox, who sat there for about 2 years not using this tool. You want to make sure you're using it because your branding and your lead gen, these are free leads. They're great leads. And you want to make sure that you're doing it. And your sellers, again, sellers absolutely love these tools. Next up is the nearby homeowner letter. So this letter, if you've been a client for any length of time, you know that this letter is one of the number one things in real estate, period, for generating quality listing leads, especially again, if you do it the way we teach. Now, if it is your listing, you're going to want to get 100 letters to the homes around that listing. And you want to do that 3 times. Once while it's in a for sale status. So you want to use this letter once while the listing is coming soon, just listed, active, or open house. So those are 4 statuses. Don't think you need to send the letter 4 times during that. You don't. Just pick one. Usually open house is the best one, and you can door knock. So if your budget's lower, think about door knocking. You can mail it. So you can actually print them up yourself and mail them. They're pretty easy to do that. And you can handwrite the envelopes if you need to, or you can use our express copy integration and just click print and mail. And what that's going to do is that's going to bring up a wizard that will let you either upload your own mailing list, or you can buy a mailing list from Express Copy. So you can see here, you can get a mailing list from Express Copy, or, and what I like to do is I like to use, and you'll see this in the detailed write-up, I like to get my list from something like Remine, Batch Leads, My Plus Leads, where I can skip trace that list so that I can mail this letter to 100 homes. Essentially, I'm a circle prospect. I'm telling you, if you do this, you will probably have a listing in the next 30 days from doing what I'm going to share with you right here. Get this letter to a list of 100 to 100 homes around that listing. And then because you skip trace that list against the DNC, which you can do with My Plus Lead so easily, you're going to use the script at the detailed write-up to call those same 100 homes. So we're going to mail. Now you can mail only. You can also just door knock only. But if you layer on the call with the script we give you for this, you're going to be talking to more homeowners than ever. And I can't guarantee anything, but you would more than likely have a listing ready to go, like it's coming up soon, or maybe it's already ready in the next 30 days. And of course, you'll hear in a training on Wednesday that you want to do this, if you can, 2 or 3 times. And the second and third times would be when it's pending and when it's just sold, because that cadence, right? Imagine just listed, pending, and just sold. The same 100 homes get each one of those letters, right? So we're going to get 3 letters over the course of your listing. And especially if you call each of those 3 times with the script we give you, you are going to be talking to more homeowners and having more great conversations than ever. So I'm just telling you right now, if you've got a listing, you've got to be doing that. Now, if you are borrowing a listing to market, the nearby homeowner letter can be a little bit more difficult to use unless I think you're going to do an open house. If I'm borrowing a listing, so my listing of the week this week that I'm going to market, it's an open house. And in preparation of the open house, I am going to print up 100 of these letters. And I apologize. I always do this. I always forget to download the letter so that you can actually see it while I'm talking. So let's show why this letter is so powerful. So if I'm going to, if it's not my listing, again, I would only use this letter this way. I would print up maybe, somewhere between 50 and 100, and I would only door knock. And here's why. I just don't, mailing, circle prospecting around a listing that's not mine. I don't know. It can be a little bit dicey. If you want to do it, I might talk to your broker about it first. But if it's an open house, I am going to invite all the neighbors to the open house, right? In addition to obviously the Facebook ad, the Facebook post, and a few of the other things that we're going to do. But so if it's not your listing and you want to use this letter and even the call script to circle prospects, then I would find an open house that I can do, and I would door knock or door drop with that letter. If that doesn't make any sense, let me know, or get in the mastermind group. You can ask questions about that. But this letter with the phone call script we give you is one of the most powerful listing or ways to get listings that there is. With that said, next up is the e-flyer for your database. And again, this is another phenomenal tool. I get people all the time telling me they use this tool and they get leads all the time, that they sell listings from it, that they literally, they send it to the database and then someone in their database either buys a listing or shares it and they sell the listing to somebody they shared it with, or they get buyer leads and seller leads out of their database engaging with them. So here's the deal. you can turn this on where it says off on, and then it will send to a list. Now I'm not going to do it because I'm going to turn that back off. And you can see I can send it to all the leads on in my account. So I can send to all the leads, and then it will tell you here when it was sent. Get this to all of you. Now, if you got all of your leads in KV Core, tell me everyone, what CRMs are you using? Like, where are all of your leads? Because it doesn't really matter where they are at, because you can take this copy code, and I will show you how to do this using Line Desk, but KV Core, Boomtown, Real Geeks, Follow Up Boss, pretty much any CRM, Constant Contact, you can do what I'm going to show you. If you need help, ask. You're going to see how this will literally take me about 40 seconds to do. It's super, super, super easy. So ask support at your CRM or email provider how to send an HTML email. You're going to want to know how to do this, because the results you're going to get from this are fantastic. This is way better than an IDX email. This is way better than your MLS email. So in Constant Contact, in Line Desk, I go to contacts. It actually takes longer to navigate to the spot than actually doing it. So here we go. Bulk actions, email contacts, emails. I got 7,700, almost 7,800 contacts. Just select subject line. Don't overthink it. Give it your subject line. And then in the next 10 seconds, we're going to be done. There'll be a button up here called source. Ask your CRM support people if you need help with that. Drop it in and close it. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Is that gorgeous or what? People are going to click this. They're going to go to the single property website. They get their home value, your client review website. This email is going to rock it. So you want to get this email out today. Okay. Don't wait, because in tomorrow's call, we're going to be sending out another email to our database for one of the PDF guides for homeowners. We're going to send it to the buyers and sellers. I'll share with you why tomorrow, but don't get whatever listing you're marketing this week. Your keystone of real estate marketing is to market a listing, yours or borrowed, that is for sale. Get this email to your database today. Don't be lazy. Don't overthink it. Just do it. You saw how fast that was, and just click send email and you're good to go. Let the leads start flowing into you. Don't sit there freaking out all day long about how you're going to get your next lead. I don't care if you got 8 leads in your database. Just get started. You're going to be generating, if you follow our training, you will be generating 100 leads a week very soon. Next up is short form video scripts. Again, if you did not see the Dustin Fox quote or post in our mastermind group, 10x one script off of what he used to be doing, double the leads at half the cost in another script. And I can't remember the third script, how it was, but I know it was another amazing result from it. You got to do these scripts every single week. All right. Every week you need to be doing a short form video for your listing of the week. Overall, we're going to be doing about 7 to 10 videos a week, but you got to make sure you get this one done first. This will be the first video you do every single week. If you don't know how to do this, it is so easy. Click send. Make sure your email address is in there. If you are an assistant, get that to your agent. Click send. And the email is going to include what you see here in this work area. It's going to include this text with these 3 buttons. These 3 buttons are to either a teleprompter app in the App Store, iOS, the teleprompter app in Google Play, and then the blue button, which will be in the email as well. You click it and it's going to open right to a video. Just click play. And it is literally me opening up that email on my phone and then walking through how to put that into a teleprompter app, how to record the video. And then I walk you through how to get that up to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and so on. So I literally just watch for a couple of seconds maybe, and you're going to see here where, in fact, I'll fast forward a little bit. You can see I'm opening the teleprompter app, and there I am in the teleprompter app talking you through how to record this. And as you may have seen in the mastermind group today, at least record the video. I totally get stage fright. I totally get you think you're not worthy of being in video and you're not worthy of being an influencer, which is not true. There are all sorts of people that you probably think are absolutely crazy and nuts that are influencers, and you could be too. And in the mastermind group this morning, I literally put a 4-step process on how you could be an influencer in the next 60 days. I don't care where you're at right now in your social media journey. You could be a social media influencer in your area in the next 60 days if you follow that 4-step plan in the mastermind group right now. So get that video done. Oh, I apologize. Something happened on my screen. Let me go back to where I was. Again, get this short form video done. You're listening or not, it doesn't matter. You got to get that out there. You'll see here, we got the single property website and virtual tour coming up. The only thing I need to mention here is that all the tools point here automatically already. So whether it's the ads, the posts, the e-flyers, the nearby homeowner letter, the email, the e-flyer for your database, the short form video script, the listing flyers, the postcards, the sign writers, the blog posts, all of those tools already automatically point to the single property website. You can upload your professional photos. In the edit section, you got your videos. You can do a Matterport 3D tour. So you can upload all that great content you may have for your listing under the edit button for the listing. And then that way you've got the most beautiful single property website / virtual tour for that listing out there. So any questions on that, make sure you go with our support team. Now I'm going to skip the open house sign-in form. So I want to keep this, and we'll come back to that a little bit later in this call, but I want to keep this good for everyone doing coming soon, everyone doing just listed actives or open houses. And really the next thing up is the listing flyer. So again, if this is your listing, you want to make sure that you got that listing flyer from listings to leads. First of all, you want to make sure you got it for the home. So if anybody comes in for a showing, whether it is with an agent or an open house, we've got different templates here that are all beautiful. You can see they got a QR code. If you got our text information there, that's going to be there. They've got the ability to get their home value right from that listing flyer. And you want to make sure you get these listing flyers on the yard sign. I will show you something here in a few minutes, but a very powerful tool is your yard sign. And I'll give you a great, we'll go through that after this. So let me show you real quickly at first is we do have postcards and door hangers. So we walked through the nearby homeowner letter a little bit earlier. We break them out because that nearby homeowner letter is so much better typically, but at the same time, I do like to mix it up. So I'm not going to do the letter every single time. So remember earlier I said I would send out, we want to do direct mail 3 times over the course of a listing. So 100 homes when it's for sale, again, coming soon through open house. The second time when it's pending, the third time when it's just sold. So I don't want to necessarily send out the letter every single time. I might use the door hanger one time. I might use the postcard one time and then the letter one time. And that way it's just, I don't want people to get too used to what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I want to mix things up a little bit, but I also want to maintain brand control so that they understand, even though they might see 3 pieces of marketing from me, that it is all from me and it's all very recognizable to build my brand. And just one last thing on the direct mail, whether it's the letter, the postcard, or the door hanger, it is much better to do 100 3 times than it is to do 300 once. You will get more listings and you'll get more seller leads if you do this, right? Direct mail, drop off, door knock 100 times or to 100 homes 3 times than you would going to 300 homes 1 time. I hope that makes sense for everybody. If that doesn't make sense, get in the mastermind group, ask a question about it, and I will help explain it a little bit better. But yes, between the nearby homeowner letter, the postcard, or the door hanger, If it is your listing, you want to make sure you get that goes out. And if you're borrowing a listing, then I would only use that during an open house where I am door knocking as a invitation for all the homeowners to come over to the open house that we're having this Sunday from 1 to 4 or whatever it is that you're doing. Now, sign writers. Let me see. Let me actually go back to the overview. So I want to show you something here. I'm going to go to the detailed write-up. So again, this is where we go for that write-up. And I'm going to scroll down to the yard sign. So everything on this detailed write-up is in order. And let me make that a little bit bigger. I know that's going to be hard to read. So I'm going to pop that open here. Scroll down a little bit more. Hopefully, can everybody see that okay? A little bit better. Next time, I'll make sure I get that even bigger for you ahead of time. But this yard sign helps get listings. It helps win listing appointments, and it helps get more buyer leads. And the cost per lead from this is so cheap because once you own that status writer on the top, so go to your MLS or your association, buy these top sign writers. So buy one for every status that you do. Buy one for coming soon if you do coming soon, open house, buy one for just listed. You'll keep that up there for the first 2 weeks of the listing. Buy one for sale, that would be active when it's not an open house or just listed. And also buy one for pending or whatever you call it in your area, because you will make use of that and you'll find out in Wednesday's call how you will make use of that to get even more seller leads. It's good to have you want to have the text writer here, the one below the arm, but it's the one above the arm as you rotate them out amongst the different statuses. So that's why coming soon is powerful. You want to have the just listed for the first 2 weeks. Then you want to go to for sale or open house as appropriate. And then you want to put up the one for pending, because what that does is it changes the eye line of people driving by, walking by, running by, just cruising by, right? All of these people, this free audience, there's a free audience of people that are going by that house on a daily basis. And if you don't have your yard sign set up like this, you are missing out on a lot of business. I know people like to poo it, and people like to, especially with a company like ours, we do Google ads, we do Facebook ads, right? We do a lot of great digital stuff, but we are, at the end of the day, we're a lead gen company. I don't care where those leads come from. And I'm telling you right now, in this case, leads, an excellent cost per lead, an excellent quality of lead comes from yard signs. And this client right here, this picture is actually from his listing presentation, where he shows off in a listing presentation how amazing his yard sign is. And he says it helps him close more listings. So not only is it helping him get amazing leads, but it's helping him get more listings as well. So again, here's the sign writers that you can order from listings to leads. We got different templates. All these colors are completely editable. So I can edit these colors to my brand colors. Just click on customize sign writer and you'll be good to go there. So we got a few more things here that they're okay. If you want to use them, these are kind of things that people, either they use them because they, for example, a blog post can have really great SEO. So it's not so much of a lead generator, but it does help SEO. So if you got a blog or your website can take custom pages, you could drop that on there. We've got a Craigslist tool, which a lot of people don't use Craigslist anymore. Some people do. And if you, again, if you're really just looking for more leads, check out the Craigslist posting tool. You'll find it can be very useful. We've got a QR code that'll take people to the single property website automatically. We've got traffic reports, which for this call, we're not really focusing on too much, but we do have also the YouTube listing videos. And apparently, wow, makes like generate a video, and all of that is fine. You can listen to the music. So that one's fine. Generate, upload to YouTube. Perfect. And even if you always have, sometimes I get arguments with people that do professional videos and they're amazing. And they tell me, well, I already do a video. But here's the thing. The YouTube listing video here can help you get another spot on page one of Google. It's not a promise, it's not a guarantee, but oftentimes when someone does a Google search of your listing and you've got the YouTube listing video done, it will come up on page one. And I've seen it come up as quickly as 15 minutes after the video was done, that it is now on page one of Google. Absolutely crazy. So you want to make sure, even if you're doing beautiful, professional, $1,000 property videos with Quentin Tarantino directing it for you, you still want to do the listing video from Listings to Leads as well, because the more spots on page one of Google I can get, the more likely I am going to get the leads coming in, and not always letting Zillow and Realtor.com and everybody else get them before I ever even have a chance. So make sure you got that YouTube listing video done so that you can get more SEO and more leads. Now with that, we're pretty much done with coming soon, just listed, or active listings, right? We've done everything on here. We did the Facebook ad, we got the post, we got the tools for the seller, right? We called the seller up. We did that little role play. All of that is on the detailed write-up under the overview above. We did the nearby homeowner letter if it's our listing. Preferably we sent that to 100 homes using a list from a program like My Plus Leads or Remind. A lot of you have Remind at your MLS. Make sure you check that out. But we want to either get the letter to 100 homes around that listing. And again, if we could skip trace that list so that the 100 homes are all have a number not on the DNC, then we want to do that so we can mail and call. We got the eFlyer tour database. We did the short form video. We got that up on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. The single property website virtual tour, good to go. If we had any professional photos, videos, or 3D tours, we'll get that in there as well. We got the listing flyers, whether it's for the open house we're doing this weekend or for our listing. We've got them in the property, and we've also got them on the sign writer. If you click I see at the detailed write-up, there's a lot more great information on there about the sign writer. So make sure you refer to the detailed write-up for a much better write-up on that. We got postcards and door hangers, so we can use that interchangeably with the nearby homeowner letter. We got the sign writers, good to go if we are the listing agent. Again, the sign writer would include the status on the top. You want to make sure you got all the ones that are appropriate. So whether it's coming soon or not, but then obviously we want to make sure we got just listed, for sale when it's active, open house. So when we have an open house, we're going to get that sign writer on there ASAP. And then we want to make sure we get one for pending as well. Now, if you can do just sold, most people can't do just sold, but maybe you could do just sold when you're the selling agent. I don't know. Is that something you can do? If you could, that'd be amazing. But first, if we can at least get the pending up there. And again, we'll explain more about that on Wednesday's call. That is going to generate some more great listings, I'm telling you. Excuse me. The only thing I'm going to mention here now is make sure if you're doing an open house, yours or borrowed, get to our mega open house. And this is like a layover on top of everything we just did. What we just did in Listings to Leads to market that open house was to generate leads. So whether it's from social media, direct mail, email, right? All those different ways and methods, we're generating leads. This talks about how to engage and convert those leads at a very high level. So that this will include neighbors. How do we engage and convert neighbors into listings and buyers? How do we generate and engage and convert cold leads, right? A cold audience, people that we don't know. How do we do this for our database? All the people in our database, how can we use an open house to better engage and convert them as well? This goes through that. This is what you want to be going through. And so there's a lot here. This is a lot. I took probably for 3 to 4 months, every training we've ever done, all the successes of our clients. I looked at Tom Ferry. I looked at every single other coach and trainer out there that I could find, looking at all of their stuff, seeing if there's anything that I didn't have, which for the most part, there really wasn't. But I wanted to make sure that we didn't leave any stones unturned to provide the best open house plan out there. And just to that point, let me just show you something here. The open house checklist, this is absolutely nuts. So this is in addition to the other checklist. We got pre open house. So if you got an open house coming up this weekend, today's Monday. You want to get started today on all of this. Here we got what you do the day of the open house. And here's some absolutely bang on listing lead opportunities for you. There's that post open house as well. Man, I'm telling you, that post open house stuff is incredible. You'll see here, there is a open house mastery PDF. And this is 39 pages long. That is absolutely nuts. 39 pages. And this is in addition to, this is on top of the marketing stuff that we talked about. Oh my gosh, we get in here and we absolutely knock it out of the park. You will be, if you do just a couple of these a month, your visibility, your branding, your lead gen is going to absolutely just go nuts. So you want to be using this. So with that, I'm pretty much done with today's call. Tomorrow, in fact, let me get into the mastermind group real quick. And let me just show you a couple of things, including what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So here, yep. So here's the post. And so today, Monday, we covered just listed, coming soon, active and open house, whether it's your listing or a borrowed listing. Tuesday, we are going to do a PDF guide. So we got a PDF guide for tomorrow. Make sure before the call, you click this link and you at least read through this before the call, so that once we're on the call, we're just going to knock it out of the ballpark. Wednesday, we're going to do pending and just sold, yours or borrowed. And again, it could be a listing agent or selling agent on that one. But every Wednesday, you want to make sure you're marketing a listing that's either in contract or sold, because you've got to be the bearer of the good news. And the good news is listings are going into contract, listings are sold or selling. And I will show you how to do that with a listing that is yours or borrowed every single week. Thursday, we're going to pounce on the FSBOs. I'm going to show you how to get a FSBO listing in the next 30 days with the tools we've got and listings to leads for free. And then Friday, we're going to really get onto the short form videos and how you can literally become a social media influencer in the next 60 days using free scripts that you get from listings to leads and nothing else. Absolutely awesome. So with that said, if you have any questions on anything that we covered today, please get with our support team. Please get into the mastermind group. We're here to help you. We want to make sure that you succeed. And with that, have an awesome day, and I hope I'll see you all tomorrow.